Alright, so let's start writing the basic steps of invoking the browser and hitting the URL. I will take these steps from my previous examples as it is. So this time we are working on another web application. So let's change that URL as well to Selenium practice. Cool. So import WebDriver package. I know that will not allow us to import. So let's take this package name. I don't know why. Sometimes this PyCharm behaves as weird. But as far as my knowledge, nothing can beat this tool in Python scripting. Okay. So my goal here is to enter some text. First of all, let me enter BER, something like this. So when I enter that text, there are three results which are matching with the text what I entered. So first of all, let's try to add all these items to cart and then we will go to the next page. So that's our goal. Okay. Now, firstly, we have to enter the characters what we thought into this edit box, and these are the HTML properties. So you can write XPath or CSS or anything out of it, or you can use class name as well. So let's do CSS, but not customize CSS. This time I will write tag name dot class name. If you remember, I have explained that CSS can also be generated using class name with syntax like tag name dot class name, so that will be turned into CSS. So let me try that. Input dot, and this is the class name, right? Perfect. One element matching and it got highlighted. So let me take this driver dot find element by CSS selector. I would send keys BER. So thereafter what happens? When I type BER, it's taking slight 1 or 2 seconds to show the results. Okay. So for now I will go with Python sleep. I will come back and then introduce other slips later. Time.sleep. I'll just put 4 seconds wait, not more than that. Okay. Now these are the three products displayed. So first of all, let's see whether three products are successfully displaying or not. Let's put one validation here. So how do you write a validation to tell whether three products are written? You can see three here, right? How can you put validation? So you need to get the count of these three items. So it's very simple. Try to identify the product. You see that there are three products here, isn't it? So you can write again CSS by simply calling tag name dot product and hit an enter. It's returning total 4 elements. So that means there is one more element also returned with this CSS. So this is not unique. Somewhere it's actually highlighting another product also. Maybe it's not displayed, but it's picking it. So how to make it unique? We know that all these three products are from this family. Div class equals to products, isn't it? So let's actually traverse from our parent to identify this. Now for example, let me write customized, or we can write customized xpath / div at the rate class equals to products, and then slash all these three products have same div, right? So I want to traverse from parent to child tag. Child tag I will just give div and hit an enter. Perfect. Three elements are matching. Okay. So now we created one XPath which will actually get all the products displayed on the screen. Right now there are 3, but this XPath will give you 5 if there are 5 products here. Now let me say UC cucumber. So only one product is written, but our XPath is so generic that now hit and enter again. You see that only one element is present. So we created one XPath which will just give the list of products displayed on the screen, which is great because we have a requirement in such a way that when you enter the characters BER, we are supposed to see only 3 products. Okay, that's our goal. So yeah, now we need to get count. I used plural, you see, find elements, so that it will pull all the results. Now if I want to actually get the count of it, you know, there is a method called len which will actually give me the count. So I will take that count into one variable, and now I can simply put assertion, assert count equals to 3. I just want to go with an assertion to know the count. Right, so let's run this test and see if this test is passing or failing. I know our ultimate goal is to talk about this, but I will slowly come to this point. First of all, I am building one script, and slowly when I am keep on building, somewhere it will start failing. From that failed point we will analyze and then bring these points. Okay, so be patient on that. Run wait demo. So we are just checking if the products displayed is as expected or not. If not, we are asking test to fail. Alright, test execution is done with exit code 0. That means this assertion passed. Awesome. Now our next goal is to select or add all these items to cart. Basically we want add items cart and then go to checkout page from here. So let's add. There are total 3 products and 3 add to cart buttons. Okay, so if you try to add one by one, that is not good way of dealing it. Tomorrow if there are 100 products displayed, will you write 100 steps, like every step for every product saying go to that XPath.click, go to that XPath.click? Instead, make it more optimized. Try to get all buttons first of all using find elements plural, and then simply put into for loop and then iterate and click one by one. Within one step you will do that. We have done similar example in our previous lecture, right, regarding checkboxes. Let's try to achieve same. So I have captured button. So now our goal is to find out the common element of all these 3 buttons so that we can use find elements to pull all of them. Okay, let's see. So class type is button for this, and here also class type is button, but can we rely on this? Let's see. / tag name is button @ type equals to also button. Okay, single quote is missing. Total 8 elements. We have only 3 here, so that means other items also having somewhere this button as type, so that is not generic. So let's try something different. In that case, let's come from our parent class, product action. Okay, so all our buttons having product action as parent. Let's see. Here also there is product action, and then everywhere parent is product action. So let's start from there. Class equals to product action, right? So 3 items are highlighted, but they are not exactly button. So from this parent, let's come to child by giving one / and give that button tag, and now hit and enter. Perfect. if you see that 3 elements are matching and 3 buttons are exactly highlighted. So when we realize that when we try to build customized XPath, then it returned more elements than what we have. That's the reason we went to its parent to find it uniquely for all these 3 buttons, and then we created XPath out of it. Nice. Now it's simple. You will simply have that find elements by XPath again, and then you will put that button locator that will give you the all the buttons present in the page. Now you want to select all the buttons, right? Then use simple for loop for a button in buttons. This is a variable name. You can put any name here. Okay, it's up to you. This is just a name. This variable value will be iterating through all the buttons available, and for every iteration it will pull up one button. Button dot click. That's it, isn't it? So we pulled up all the 3 buttons and we looped up saying that every time go and click one, and your job is done. Okay, now we have successfully clicked these 3 buttons with this code, and next all these are added to the cart. Now our next goal is to open this and select proceed to checkout. So first of all, let me spy on this, because only after clicking on that icon this window will open. Alright, so we have again properties related there. So let's write a CSS. We have alt attribute, so this looks unique. Let me write CSS tag name attribute equals to value cart, hit and enter, and perfect, one element. So I will quickly write CSS for it. Make sure you follow code indentation again. I'm repeatedly saying that if you start from here, then Python assumes that it's part of for loop. For loop is done. Now again come to the beginning. Because there are no braces here, you should be very careful. Find element with CSS and then just go and click on that. Next, your last goal for this step is to click on this proceed to checkout. Okay, so here there are actually no properties available. We can still handle this button using XPath. You know, you can write XPath based upon text as well, right? So let's do that. / button text. We have seen good number of examples on how to create XPath based upon text. So I'm just using that. Proceed to button. One element matching, and obviously that is the one. Find element with XPath dot click. So this will actually click and will help us to navigate this page. Awesome. Now we are in this page. Our goal is to enter this promo code, apply, and then a magic begins, because we have to wait until the text is displayed. So how to do that, everything we'll see in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.